1. U.S. unemployment rate is worse than we thought. Millions of laid-off Americans didn't actively search for new jobs in April, so they weren't included in the official unemployment statistics. 2. Neighbor of father and son arrested in Ahmaud Arbery killing is also under investigation. 3. NJ nursing home where 17 bodies were stuffed into tiny morgue hit with $220 fine. A federal inspection at Andover Subacute Rehabilitation II found residents that were put at risk of serious injury, harm, impairment or death. 4. Economy loses 20.5 million jobs and unemployment soars to 14.7% in April as coronavirus pandemic spreads. 5. U.S. companies kept shipping masks overseas even as hospitals ran out and despite warnings. U.S. companies continued their massive sell-off of medical masks overseas throughout March, well after the coronavirus began infecting Americans and draining hospitals of critical supplies, and even as White House officials raised red flags, a USA Today investigation found. 6. Deaths of despair. Coronavirus pandemic could push suicide, drug overdose deaths above 100,000, study says. 7. Social distancing. New York police arresting black people at far higher rate. 8. U.S. government plans to urge states to resist high-risk internet voting. 9. Here comes the polar vortex. America's Northeast braced for record May cold. 10. Australia begins on the road out of coronavirus. Scott Morrison has unveiled his 3-step plan for Australia's recovery from coronavirus, but it will be up to each state and territory to decide how quickly they lift restrictions.